Gulf power shift, arms, oil, and the new Middle East order. The world often prepare for war it can see. Missiles, RVs, explosions. But the most dangerous transformations are the ones no one noticed. They do not bring with gunfire. They begin with decisions. Decision taken in royal palaces, in energy summits, in defense contracts, and behind closed diplomatic doors. Today, the Middle East is not exploding, it is evolving. Oil is flowing, weapons are arriving, and alliances are quietly shifting. And at the center of the silent transformation lies the Gulf, not just as a region but as a system of power. You are watching Global Affairs tonight, and I am Dr. Bravo. GCC, Unity or Strategy. In 1981, six nations came together to form the Gulf Cooperation Council. The promise was made, the promise of unity, shared security, and collective strength. For decades, the world believed in this unity, but beneath the surface, something else was developing. Each state was building its own vision, its own alliances, its own strategy. And then in 2017, everything changed. The Qatar diplomatic crisis shocked the region. Borders were closed, airspace was restricted, trust was broken. And for the first time, the world saw the truth. The GCC was not a united bloc. It was a platform where nation interest completed. Today, the GCC still exists, but its members no longer move as one. They move independently, strategically, carefully, because in the modern Middle East, unity is optional, but survival is not. Arms, the horticulture of power. While oil flows out of the Gulf, weapons flows in. Advanced fighter jets, missile defense systems, surveillance technologies, much of it supplied by the United States of America, flowing into countries like Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and Israel. But these are not just weapons, these are relationships, because when a country buys advanced military system, it does not just buy equipment, it buys dependence. Dependence on training, on maintenance, on upgrades. And over time, the dependence becomes alignment, strategic alignment, political alignment, and sometimes complete reliance. This is how modern powers, not through occupation but through integration. Weapons do not just defend nations, they bind them, and in this binding, influence is created. The new equation of power. Now, a new defines equation: the Gulf. Oil flows outward, weapon flows inward, energy exchanges for influences, security exchanges for alignment. This is not accidental, it is strategic. The Gulf provides the world with energy, and in return, it secures protection, partnership, and the power in the Middle East. This is not a traditional alliance system, it is transactional, a careful balance exchange, where every decision is calculated and every move has consequences. Israel and the strategic shift. For decades, the Middle East was defined by one divide: Arab versus Israel. But in 2020, this divide began to fade. The Abraham Accord changed the equation. Relations began to normalize. Cooperation began to expand. Security ties deepened, technology partnership grew, and slowly a new network emerged, not based on ideology but on interest. Because in modern geopolitics, interest matters more than identity and alliances. They are built on necessity, not history. Iran is the constant factor. As the center of every calculation lies one country, Iran, a regional power, a strategic rival, a constant presence. For maritime tensions to the regional influence, Iran shaped the decision of every Gulf state. It drives military spending, it influences alliances, it defines security priorities, and in response, the region adapts, weapons increase, coordination expands, and the balance of power continues to shift. Beyond the Gulf, a multipolar region. The transformation does not stop at Gulf. Other actors are rising. Countries like Turkey are expanding influence through defense industries, through regional diplomacy, through strategic positioning. The Middle East is no longer a simple sister. It is a multipolar, competitive, dynamic, and constantly evolving. The new Middle East order. The old Middle East order is gone. No permanent alliances, no permanent enemies on the interest. The Gulf is no longer unified, it is strategic, calculated, adaptive. Oil is leverage, weapons are influence, and alliances are flexible. This is not instability, it is transformation. A new order is emerging, and the question is no longer who controls the Gulf, but who controls the future shaped by it. This was all from Global Affairs Tonight, and I am Dr. Bravo. Stay engaged, stay tuned, stay united, and keep watching. Subscribe.